Right, yeah. So, my name is Angus Powers. I'm a professor of glass at the New York State College of Ceramics at Alfred University. I've been teaching here for 15 years, my 15th year, it's hard to believe. And like this, at this moment, we are launching the first annual Black Glass Artist Series. Last year, a student, Adeye Jean-Baptist, approached myself and Associate Dean Dan Napolitano with a proposal really to give a larger representation to Black glass artists, not only here at Alfred University, but like as a whole. And we've been working for a year. It's like there's all sorts of scheduling things and travel things, but I really want to thank Adeye again, because she really, not only is she the founder, but myself, Dan, and Adeye really became collaborators in the project. And she really was the artist contact. Reached out to SaraBeth posts. It's just precious, like how much information is being brought from these three artists.
My name is SaraBeth Post. I grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I just recently relocated to Pittsburgh. I'm drawn to glass as a medium, as an artist, because of like its ability to morph. I think it's such a unique material that when you see it cold, it's completely different from like its actual processing, which is very malleable and hot and fluid. My grandmother passed on her like porcelain doll collection when she passed away to my sister and myself. And it's a huge collection. And that is where I started to like take molds of things that I wanted to kind of cherish or, honor this collection that my grandmother had and replicate it in a different material and sort of be able to share that with other people. I think that process of like intention behind what you're doing relates to like when you're doing Reiki healing or a lot of different spiritual practices, is like the intent behind stuff is like trying to put good things out, receiving good things. Recently more of the work that I'm making is playful as far as like they're actually like molded off of like child's toys or things that are found in like playful environments. Because I want that audience, like I think having a perspective from kids is like a really special thing, because they just see things that, as you get older and jaded, you're like not as aware of just like the potential of in a different like way. With my like jewelry, things that I know that people are gonna wear, or like have close to their body, like my cups and like production line, all of those things have like specific colors or like mark making through the engraving, that as I'm making them, I like in this cup I'll like think to myself like I want this to like imbue joy, so that'll be like a mantra that I'll repeat in my head as I'm doing that type of mark making or color work. I was so like shocked when Adeye reached out to me. She actually had reached out to me a little bit in the past. I think she was trying to figure out how to navigate like being in critique room, and being like maybe one of the only BIPOC people in the space, and trying to, how to relate to that type of conversation. So having her reach out again later, inviting me to the series, I was like, oh my God, wow. Like, she's like, a fan? I have a fan? That's so cool. And yeah, I think like I was super fortunate to my professor in undergrad, Shay Rhodes, is Black man, one of the only like Black glass professors, maybe the only one, I'm not sure. And so when I started school with him, it was like something we could gel about, like while we were working. It's just like, oh, it's like so great to have like, it's a smaller community inside of the small glass community, and like glass making has a super long history, but studio glass in the States is not very long. It's like started in the 60s. I'm also repping being a woman, so that's really awesome. Yeah. And my best friend too runs Crafting the Future. Do you know about that program? Crafting the Future is a nonprofit organization that has been partnering with different programs, like craft communities, craft schools, to have more BIPOC scholarships, to have Black and brown makers have more opportunities specifically for them. And like when Corey and I met, that was also like one of the first things that when we met, we were like, I was like, I'm mixed. He was like, me too. I was like, oh my God, we're out here. Yeah, it's important and special like right now, because there are a few of us, but I think from what I can see from social media, there are more BIPOC students in glass, and I think like having the series just be out there and published in that type of stream is necessary for people to like be inspired and know that like we are out here and we are making it happen.